Our first crash! Got quite long into the game before it happened, so we handle if there's not some kind of sudden change in stability, that's probably the only crash we're gonna experience. But who knows? Who knows?
Jason, what is the meaning of this?
Jason is the one who has been stealing from me.
Tout à l'heure, not Jason, not Rambo's apprentice. Quelle tragédie! Quelle tristesse!
Alright.
Well, life goes on, no? Rambo thanks you for catching the thief, and he will keep his word. He will vote for Madame Veronica. Au revoir. Adieu, mes amis.
Right. Do I have excess crap to get rid of? Probably do. Yeah, a little bit. Tactical scope, at least that's a possibility. So energy weapons or high-tech weapons seem to produce some of those. I'm thinking of getting rid of the gamma ray blaster. It's a very good weapon. The problem is it's only a very good weapon if you use it in burst fire mode. But it is massively superior to this piece of shit. Yeah, it would be foolish to get rid of it. Give me a tactical scope. Yeah, not quite.
Bienvenue, Rangers. Mas, oui, certainly. Please enjoy Rambo's selection.
An extra proton axe.
Adieu, mes amis.
Right. We have the elder couple, we have Rambo. Don't have many. We can possibly get many though. Is Raji was one, and I think Schwag was one. But Schwag's still slaver. We don't need
Hello,
more
friends.
than 3.
My name is Matthias, leader of the Children of the Citadel, bringing you good news for your future.
Hey, piggies. How you honorable pigs? Good, whatever.
You're not officially anything.
Hey, piggies. How you doing?
But there were 5 of them. So 3 is the majority. Who's the 5th? It's probably the whole California, but there's no one there. So we maybe can get 4 at maximum. Will you vote for Veronica at the next HCC meeting? You want Duke to vote against Heidi? Good luck. Heidi knows that as long as he pays his HCC dues, Duke knows that as long as he pays his HCC dues, Heidi won't poke her nose into his business. Why would he change that? Unless you gave him a good reason. Find some hard evidence against him, prove he's slaving. then he might have to work with you. Actually, it would be better if I just took him out. Maybe get Glow to vote for me. Yeah, they're ignoring it. Tell me what the fuck you doing in my office now? What do you know about the slavery in Hollywood? So you've got Swifties books, huh? That's too bad. For you. Call the cooks, boys. We've got some fresh meat for the stew. It's gonna hurt. Right. So what am I gonna do with you? What's next? There's not enough room here to go to cover. We just have to deal with these things with what we have. Okay, Mr. Melee guy should not be able to move that much. And I'm effectively blocked here. Fuck. These close range combat situations are the worst. It's not even because, well, range is a big advantage to us, but it's not even that. It's so easy to basically just block yourself in if you're not careful. Pseudo chitin armor, armor 10. Infernator. It's a good shotgun that applies fire damage. I'm gonna trash it. I'm thinking of giving a heavy armor to some of the snipers. I mean, I think she already has a armor that slows her down, so why not just have a better armor that slows her down? Yeah, this is ooh, modifier minus. Yeah, she's not moving if she uses this. That's pretty unacceptable. No good parts. No, we can do this. PG-7. Duke Schwack's ledger. This ledger is hard evidence of Duke Schwack's slaving activity. Found anything more about Duke and the slavers? Yes. He was the head of the slavers? And I worked for him all this time? I wanna puke. Wish I could make amends somehow. Well, maybe I can. This place is gonna need a new owner, ain't it? Maybe I can make it what it always should have been. Thanks, Rangers. Everything on the house for you all from now on. Will you vote for Veronica? You want me to vote Heidi out of the HCC? Well, if you say so, I'll do it. I owe you, Rangers, everything. Giving you the vote you want is the least I can do in return. You can count on me. Good.
Copy, Ranger Team Echo. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done well.
Skill points, some health, nothing more than that. Probably after we've had access to the shopping opportunities in the Graffiti Park, I'll have to basically decide what to do with the excess skill points we have. I'm going to try to get Manny on our side using the blackmail tape. We found the evidence. Where did you get those photos? Give them to me. Give them to me. What? You want my vote against Heidi in exchange? You vicious, scheming bastards. Alright, I'll do it. What other choice do I have? But you had better give me those photos afterwards, and yes, I'll pay. I'll make it worth your while. Yeah, have photos. Photos now? Give them to me quickly. I want to burn them. I wasn't really even blackmailing him, but I guess I blackmailed him. Is there another shop hotel? I don't think so. I mean, we killed everyone in the hotel and Swifty is dead. Guess we do have enough boats though, so might as well get on with this. And she's certainly involved in a lot of shifty business here, so I have no problem trying to get rid of her. Have you collected enough votes to remove Heidi from office? Yes, we have. Amazing! I would not have believed it was possible. But I'm afraid you still have another impossible task ahead of you before we can make our move. Ascension must be in power at the Bastion. When you help him gain control, return to me and we'll go to the council meeting and to confront Heidi. Right, I was sort of thinking about that. How is this gonna really work? Because change of leadership here isn't gonna really achieve anything unless both pieces fit together. We could use the secret passage to go to the Graffiti Park or the observatory. It's not necessarily a horrible move, but I sort of think I'd like to use the front door. Go through the gauntlet. That way there can't be no complaints about that. Someone new guys are suddenly appearing at the observatory is a little bit more conspicuous. more suspicious than just me doing the gauntlet like everyone else. It should be, yeah, it's a challenge area basically. That's all it is. It's not anything
This
really
place is
special
like a
either.
lace doily covering a cannon's mouth.
We've gotten a few new toaster items, so anyone want to react to those? No? Well, there's the shop here. I might as well give it a try. Okay. Got the show on the road. The man before the gate is a barrel-chested middle-aged man with eyebrows as blonde as his pompadour wig and a face as red as his leisure suit. As you approach, he mops his forehead with a white handkerchief and gives you a big smile. My name is Preacher Revelation Gunderson. Are you here as an aspirant or just to hear the word of the God? We're here as aspirants. Ah, then you will want to hear about the Gauntlet of Samson, which is through the gate behind you. Or the Gauntlet of Samson is the test of strength, faith, and fortitude that any sinner who wishes to join the Salvation Church of God's militia must survive in order to be accepted as one of us. It consists of 3 parts, each a parable for a portion read Samson's life and struggles, his baptism, tribulations, and apotheosis. Let me know when you are ready to try your hand. Tell me about baptism. Baptism begins here at the gate of the sinner and ends in the foot of the hill leading to the Passion. It represents the time before Red found God, in which aspirants must fight the mutated and insane, just as Red did before his discovery of the sacred video cassette of James King changed his life forever. Once they reach the foot of the hill, they will pass into tribulations. Tribulations represents the building of Red's ministry, when he fought his way through Echo Park to reach the Angelus Temple and brought the gospel of James King to the lost and the wicked for the first time. Survive the terrors that attack you as you climb the hill and you will be ready for the apotheosis. Apotheosis represents the desperate escape from Angelus Temple that Red and his congregation made, and his glorious sacrifice in the canyon tunnel, which allowed them to reach the observatory and rechristen it to the Bastion of Faith. In this challenge, aspirants must defeat the Guardian of the Bastion. Few reach that far, and fewer succeed when they do, but those who triumph are free to enter the Bastion and become an initiate of one of the Church's 3 branches: the Militant Branch, the Vigilant Branch, the Ecstatic Branch. Militant Branch. The Church Militant is the fighting arm of the Church. They protect the preachers of the Church Ecstatic when they venture out into heathen lands to convert the wicked, and they defend the Bastion of Faith from the hordes of the damned. Leader of the Church Militant is Shepherd Retribution Jones, a valiant warrior for Christian Christ who has brought many sinners to salvation with bullet and bayonet. If you are valorous in battle, then the Church Militant might be what you're looking for. Vigilant. Church Vigilant is the information gathering arm of the Church. They work diligently to discover the strengths and weaknesses of our enemies, and to root out traitors and heretics within our ranks. Its leader, Confessor Ascension McDade, is the most private and thoughtful of the leaders, a philosopher of faith. If you are a good observer with a keen understanding of human nature and an intimidating presence, then perhaps the Church Vigilant is for you. Okay, ecstatic. The Church Ecstatics is the church outreach branch of. It is our job to spread the word of God. Jesus, Red Samson, and James King to bring the lost sheep into the fold and to recruit the best and the brightest for God's militia. Our leader, Evangelist Malediction Mayweather, is the leader of the entire church and is its welcoming heart. It is his teachings and his passion that will lift the church into the glorious future and save the world from sin. If you have a gift for words and a winning smile, then the church ecstatic would be your new home. Okay. We're ready to try the gauntlet. And just two last words of warning. 1. If you cannot complete the gauntlet, you may return to this gate and exit, but we will not come in and rescue you if you are unable to escape. This is a trial of faith and fortitude. You will succeed or fail on your own, with only God to help you if you so choose. 2. Take heed. The skulls on the gate behind me are the remnants of those whose faith and fortitude were found lacking. Only 1 in 20 aspirants make it to the Bastion of Faith alive. Now, knowing those things, are you ready to enter the gauntlet? And prepare your weapons and may God look favorably upon you. The gate is open.
Well, if that wasn't the smiling face of genocide, I don't know what is.
Or you can take the tunnel and ignore all the short shit. It's a fairly large area too. Our friend the honey badger is here too. Gaining ever more increasing amounts of hit points. Don't see us having a lot of good options here.
Beauty this place has.
Blood. Right, bring it. I'm not really concerned about the badgers. Blood beasts might be a different matter. Oh, steady kids. The hit quality doesn't really matter, just a little bit of hobbling on the enemy and it's fine. Dogs can probably reach us. Badgers, who cares? I don't actually know. They're fairly troublesome. They're still badgers. Just badgers. Need to get the blood beast. Yeah, the blood beast turn comes before the badger.
We're going to die here, aren't we? Lame.
No, we are not gonna die here, but you might if you don't shut up. We're supposed to follow the flaming barrels, I think. That's a minefield. Someone exploded some mines. Ah. More badgers. I'm a bit reluctant to start a fight here. Simply because we have non-group controllable group members. I think I have much of a choice here. It's gonna end up in a fight soon anyway. We will try to with a missile at them. Mostly worried about the dog. There's quite a lot of frogs here. I don't even see where they are. Ooh, so half a dozen enemies there. Yeah, that's oh, that's gonna be a problem. But it's not. God damn it. I'm mostly worried about what the extra guy will do. I'm not really worried about these. Havoc can kill the badgers. We can focus on these. Probably shoot legs or something. There's no way we have enough fire. Well, I can use an RPG, but that's an overkill. That hits. Better range, you say? How about this back attack then? Ooh! Yeah, I did not see that coming. Yeah, this is bad. Ah, crap. I think I'm still better off just firing than trying to do anything else. Badgers are the problem. I think I can kill that one. And if I could just cripple this one, I think we're okay. Bringing in Havoc to take the punishment. Dog should not have the mobility to really effectively attack you. Like. Now it's your turn. Crippling you. Psychotic. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, we're safe. Ah. Okay, where's the little guy? Not only did you rush in a fucking minefield, but against melee enemies. Like he thought about what could be the worst possible thing I could do in this situation. So I noticed a trap somewhere, but I'm not sure where. There. Since we're here, we might as well cleanse the entire area. Ooh, toaster. I think there was a path to the east too. I mean, right from the start. Galileo's telescope. In a cardboard and plastic blister pack, this seemingly Renaissance-era telescope is in impressive condition. A sticker tells of its keepers, the scientists of the gift shop. Right. But I've heard a few people talk about the telescopes. I think it's mostly been like it's some kind of bastion of science, and it's a disgrace that the priests are in control of it, something along those lines. But I don't recall who might have said that. Still, it would be someone in here, as in the Los Angeles Wasteland area. Right, we can go. This is not part of the gauntlet, it's in the wrong direction. A shop. Billy Boy. Bill, Logan, Kelly, and Lula. We're not looking for a handout. We have stuff to sell. We just want to get back home. Please don't tell God's militia we're here. If they know we failed, they'll just come to finish us off. Why were you trying to join them? We're just looking for a place to belong. The HSB kicked us out of Hollywood because we wouldn't pay. So the HSB is giving you trouble, huh? Yes, please, will you help us? We'll square things with the HSB. I'll let you know when it's safe. Really? Oh my god, thank you. I don't know if how I'll ever repay you. I don't care. Let's trade. Pocket medpack. Well, it's actually not bad because it could be used for people who have no skill. At the same time, the amount of heal is not worth even considering. So just another minor side quest. I'll follow the burning barrels, see the gauntlet through first. There's some area left unexplored, we can go back and explore it. Buried treasure. Wesley doll. Mines. Difficult mines. Do I still have the dowsing rod? Yeah, so my skill is 10. Demolitions might be the best way to earn a little bit of extra experience. I mean, the amount of explosives in this game is just massive. Actually, you can ignore them, shoot them, whatever, but it's pretty much like a single kill to disarm a trap of this caliber. That's an individual experience, not group experience. Good dialogue skills is another. Hard ass is quite often used, maybe the most used, but it's almost always seems like you're sort of just being an asshole or picking a fight. So I'm not sure if it's a good option if you're taking conversation skills because you sort of want to get the most out of encounters. Because it seems more like you either avoid an encounter or you basically just get a little bit of extra experience before the fight starts. To be fair, I haven't tested those options, so I'm not sure where they lead. Fucking critical failures. I mean, if you it might bother me more with the mines than anything else. I mean, I hate to be the one to say this, but it's not that complicated of a matter disarming something, and you need some skill, but you don't, for example, put a huge minefield and basically It's not like some kind of a movie where you have your genius bomb expert that's tricks out all kinds of different complicated systems to make the disarming harder. There can be some kind of a system that sort of prevents it if you're careless. Some kind of a booby trap system. Oh, but my point is, a lot of the point of having a minefield is just that it's not there to prevent the enemy from ever going through. It's basically to slow them down or basically funnel them towards certain areas. So it's more of an area control thing. It's not something that you spend a massive amount of time in order to. It's not a fight between people trying to disarm them and people trying to make them extremely hard to disarm. What I'm saying is, if you are a level 10 expert at disarming explosives, you probably should be able to disarm fucking landmines with 100% success rate. That's what I'm saying. If it, I would gladly accept lesser chances if they were sort of justified. Like this is a mad bomber who is a bombing expert and he's strat bombs all over the city and you have to go around getting rid of them somehow. That's a much more justifiable situation, that there's some kind of proper expertise behind the explosive and making the disarming difficult. I suppose it's like in your typical role-playing game, fancy role-playing game, there's always traps and locks and chests. Does it require a level 20 master thief to open this poor farmer's some kind of lockbox that has 3 gold pieces in it? If it does, it's very immersion breaking, because he's not gonna have that kind of a lock. And that kind of luck should be rare, and it basically protects something incredibly valuable. It's not something that every casual person has access to. Or in games like Skyrim terms, with the difficulty levels of classes, very hard very hard locks are very rare. You almost never see them. Hard ones aren't that common. Most are average or easy in typical places, because that's what most locks are. They aren't that complicated. They're not there to prevent thefts. They're more or less there to prevent just casual people from getting to them and opening them. They're not there to prevent master thieves from getting access to them. And I feel it would make more sense if these type of explosive traps and minefields were treated the same. They're there to act as a minefield, not to be there as a huge challenge for a demolitions expert. It's the minor things that craft the immersion in your game.
Congratulations, Echo 1.
It's a lot of problem with some of the Neverwinter Nights custom campaigns or normal campaigns. You can basically see the loving crafting in the game world quite often in the fact that are the challenges sort of just universally raising the bar as your characters level up, meaning that if you take some skills levels in an ability like disarming traps and lockpicking, is it going to become totally worthless on the later game, or is it just going to be restricted to more common containers and traps, while you need specialization to get through the tougher ones? How is the game world crafted? And if it's the universal raising of bar, it usually tends to be that you specialize or you are worthless. If it's a more immersive, realistic type of a setting, you can make all kinds of cool combinations to sort of get a lot more out of the game, instead of always having to specialize in order to be useful. We have survived the gauntlet. Who was it? Ah, you. Knight Captain Indomitableness Garza. Well, that's a horrible name. Now all that remains is the final challenge. This is the Gate of the Bastion, representing Red Samson's victory in death, when his noble sacrifice allowed his congregation to reach the observatory and rebuild it as the bastion of faith you see before you. The path you must take from us, the James King Bibles we carry on our persons. To win them, you must defeat us in combat, but remember, if you continue to attack after we yield, the gate of the station will not open, and you will not be able to proceed with the gauntlet. Are you ready to challenge us? Sure, why not?
Another test? Was the murder of all those animals not enough?
No. I'm actually more worried about I'm accidentally gonna start killing people. Yeah, he's fucking dead. No, getting around that particular fact. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, we did save, so we'll see how this goes. You are next. You need to go to cover. I can't stop him no matter what I do, I think. Let's go for the next. I might be able to shoot his arm. Who's next? You! After that, you... Okay. Yeah, they're all dead, so I'm not sure how the game is gonna treat this. Weapon jam, Jesus fuck. That's lucky. We yield. So most of them die. By Samson's beard, aspirants, that was a stirring fight. Thank you and bless you. Here are your Bibles. May they bring you comfort and solace in the years ahead. You may now open the gate with the control box to my right. You can then go through the gate and enter the Bastion of Faith. Inside you will find the Holy Trinity, Church Ecstatic, Church Militant, and Church Vigilant. Please feel free to look around, ask your questions, and commit to one, or all three, but that would be blasphemous. James King Bibles. How exactly do we open this? Seriously. It's a good gate they have.
The eagle's nest.
Ooh, there are Meson cannons and everything. I don't know if I want to start robbing their crates at this point. They probably have some kind of a doctor here, so maybe not waste healing supplies either. Ecstatic Knight. Watch yourself, scum. What is this? Ah, these are the slaves. So I'm supposed to free everyone here, not just his brother now. At least we got rid of him. Penitence. No one to talk to either. Oh. Ali the Deadeye, Alwiquian First Rock. Plus 1 skill point. Right, so Gauntlet done. I sort of expected this to be a larger thing. Apparently not. Sister Preacher Constantine. I'm Sister Preacher Constantine, the Bastion's official greeter and guide, and I would be happy to help you get your bearings here among God's chosen. Would you like some directions, or would you rather explore on your own? I would like to explore. Excellent. The church is always pleased to welcome novices with a take-charge attitude. One thing, however, before you go. Pretty soon you will want to choose which branch of the church you would like to join. May I suggest visiting each of the branches and speaking with their leaders before making your final decision. You may find that your perfect fit was not what you expected.
It is sad to see one so seemingly kind blindly following a creature murderer.
What is this? An eyeball sits in a display case. Okay. Maggie. Hello, Maggie. Psst, Rangers. A young woman in church robes stands in front of a shack with a sign on that reads Samson's Snack Shop. She keeps her eyes firmly on the ground. You're the Desert Rangers, ain't you? The priests have been listening to your broadcast a lot. They think you're like them, but you're not, are you? You're real good guys, or are you? Are you here to convert? Are you gonna join the militia? Oh, I knew it. The Rangers ain't stupid enough to fall for some preacher's lies. Not like me. You're here for something else, I can tell. I mean, no. No, I won't tell. Your secret's safe with me, Rangers, I promise. And any info you need, let me know. You see a lot around here serving burgers. Just, whatever you're doing, could you help me escape when you leave? I want to go back home so bad. Okay, meet me behind the shop later on. It's more private, is it? Yeah, it's totally not suspicious at all. Only thing needed is more conspiratorial glances. What the fuck is this? Security gate. Where does it go? This is the observatory. It's a radio tower, right? Now, where were we? What did you want to know? Any info on the Bastion? What do you want to know about it? Tell me about Malediction Mayweather. Mayweather's the worst. He's so slick he don't need to butter his bread. And if he believes in God, I'll drink everything in the grease trap. All he believes is power, and he's holding on to it like a Wolverine. Although his appetites might get the best of him. I wish I could give you proof of all the stories I've heard. Him and his paladins are whoring and drinking and carrying on, but he keeps a tight lid on that stuff. I ain't seen nothing. You wanna bring him down? You might could talk to his wife. Poor filthy. Another black eye every week. I know I'd rat him out if I was her. Tell me about Fealty Mayweather. A real sweetheart, beautiful as an angel and pure gold inside and out. Mayweather got his paws on her about a year ago. She'd been another man's wife, a paladin by the name of Sims. But he got shot on patrol and Mayweather swooped in like a red-tailed hawk. Filthy's life has been a misery ever since, though she tries to put a good face on it. So sad. What do you know about Sims? I wasn't here yet when this happened, but I heard Sims got promoted from church militant to the paladins, and they'd got himself shot by raiders on his first patrol. A lot of people thought that was suspicious at the time, especially after how fast Mayweather moved in on Fealty. But well, he's the evangelist, who's going to say anything? Do you know Paladin Captain White? No. You wanna ask somebody about it? Ask Paladin Captain White. Not that that creep will give you a straight answer, but he's the one who carried Sims home after he died. So do you know White? I knew men like him back home. Fellas with a little bit of power who wanna rub it in everybody's face. I'd like to see him try that stuff without all his guns and armor. And he's heading for a fall. I guarantee it. All that drinking and fornicating behind closed doors. One day he'll slip up in public and Mayweather'll have to put him down to save face. Then we'll see the real Sanctity White. His head'll stay fresh on a pike for a week with the amount of alcohol he guzzles. Where can we find alcohol? You want some booze? Well, I wouldn't be drinking at a time like this. But if that's what you want, some of the Vigilance boys keep a stash somewhere inside the Bastion. They're not the brightest bulbs, so you won't have to have trouble finding it. Tell me about Fealty. A real sweetheart. Yeah, we both picked up this. Tell me about the Paladins. They're supposed to be Mayweather's elite bodyguards, but as far as I can tell, they're his drinking buddies. The captain, Sanctity White, is the biggest piece of work of them all. Every other week or so, they disappear on leadership retreats. Nobody knows where they go, but I've done their laundry after they come back, and I know the stink of beer and perfume when I smell it. They go through every drop of alcohol they confiscate. Right. Where are you from?
From Pacoima. Back then, I thought it was the most godforsaken place on earth. Huh, I didn't know godforsaken until I joined the militia.
Okay, where is Pacoima?
It's in San Fernando Valley, practically a paradise. Lots of ruined car lots to scavenge from, big houses to squat in, lots of old diners with canned food we can harvest. God, I don't know why I left. So stupid. I'd give everything for just a little reminder of home.
Okay. It's not much, but we found this old bus schedule that ran to Pacoima. Want it?
Oh, oh, Rangers. I'm sorry. I miss it so much. Thank you, thank you. Please take this sensor as a sign of my thanks. I hope I won't need it much longer anyway.
Why do you want to escape?
I came here a few months back. I heard a preacher speak when the militia crusade came through my town. I thought the gospel of Samson was exactly what the world needed, and I decided I'd come to Hollywood to join up.
It's okay, you can tell us. We're here to help. What happened when you joined up?
It wasn't like I expected. The church don't care about bad or good. They just kill whatever's got something they want. And they ain't godly men. Half of them are adulterers and worse. I fought back when they tried it with me, and they called me a sinner. Made me wear these rags, sweep the floors, serve burgers. I wanted to run, but nobody runs. The monsters in these hills, they eat anybody who tries to escape. I want so bad to tell you to take me away from here right this minute, but I can't run off and leave the others. Tell you what, Rangers, find a way to get all the penitents out of here and I'll come too. But until then, I'm gonna stay. I'd never be able to live with myself.
What do you say? What the fuck? Okay, I guess yes.
Thank you. You free the others and I'll be right there with them.
What do you mean by crusade?
Pistol-packing priests make sweeps of local villages to find penitents, which is just their friendly name for slaves.
Right. Okay, I'm guessing Maggie has the true scope on the church factions too, so... Church militant.
Shoot first, make conversation later. That's the militant motto. The James King Bible says we're supposed to save the lost and only kill those who are deliberately wicked. But Retribution Jones and his boys don't care about saving nobody. They kill for the love of killing, and they wish Mayweather would just get out of the way and let them do it.
Retribution Jones.
He's a true believer, I'll give him that. He really thinks he's doing the Lord's work, but all he can see is the killing side of it. As far as he's concerned, everybody who isn't already part of the church deserves to die. He wants to be the man with his finger on the trigger. He's got no use for Mayweather or McDade. Thinks they're both weak.
Okay, Church Vigilant.
Mayweather spies and snitches, run by Confessor Ascension McDade. Give me the creeps, all of him. Hiding in shadows, listening in on conversations, taking people away for confession, and you never see those people again. I'm risking a visit with them just talking to you. I have to do it. This place is killing me.
Do you know Ascension McDade?
Up till a couple of months ago, I would have said McDade was another true believer like Jones, but then something's happened. Don't know what it was, but all of a sudden he starts moping around like somebody's killed his dog. Not like he was a ray of sunshine before. I'd almost say he wants to leave the church, but that's just a guess.
So it confirms more or less that McDade is on the level with what he's planning. Church Ecstatic.
Mayweather's hucksters for God. They're like the carnival barker outside the circus, talking up the church like it's the greatest thing on earth. Sucked me right in, that's for sure. Then I got inside and found out it's nothing but a bunch of grab asses in cardboard wings and tinfoil halos.
What else can you tell me about the three churches?
They really don't get along. They're always trying to backstab each other. Each leader wants to rule the bastion and none want to follow the other. I think it's just a matter of time before things come to a head.
Right. So more or less know the situation.
More evidence that these priests practice slavery under the guise of salvation.
We didn't need more evidence of that. What are these? Look shark over there. Static Knights. I don't get the eyeball thing. Ooh, back off, stranger, you don't belong here.
A beautiful place for such an ugly philosophy to flourish.
Eyeball on a display case. I don't want to bash it, but that really even an eyeball looks like a head, more or less. I'll leave it for now, but it seems like we can basically break into it and take it from here. Alright, I'll leave things here anyway. So we need to make sure Ascension, what you might call it, becomes the leader of the church. And if every faction of the three hate each other, maybe we can play the two others against each other. We probably have to deal with both faction leaders at the very least.